for it to join up. All right. Broadcast is live. The first episode of the brand new Solar Panel Cleaning Friends podcast. And it's going to be a good one. I've got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot of different guests that are going to be joining us. Ryan is with us right now. We're waiting for David Colby and Mike Espinosa to go ahead and jump in with us as well. We're going to be doing this every week at Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 Eastern Time. And this time around, we're going to be just talking about solar panel cleaning. And guys, I feel like I was going to wait for Mike to get here to go ahead and talk why I'm no longer doing the podcast with the other guys. He'll be, when he joins in here, I'm positive he's got something to say. But I feel it's only right to go ahead and share with everybody where I've been and why I stopped the podcast. First off, Luis Munoz was going through a little bit of issues. Besides the fact that he wasn't a solar panel cleaner, he did lead generation, a lot of other different things. So he was separate from us, I guess you would say, different than solar panel cleaners. His wife was going through some issues and had some health issues, so he could no longer be on the show. Couldn't make it, so just had to go ahead and let him handle his thing. Jimmy Bowman, who joined the show after we had been going for about a year, he's in prison right now. So he turned out to be a very bad individual, and I don't want to throw out there what certain people did. But let's just say I do not have respect for this person, and he might have a hard time while he's in prison. So that was kind of a fun thing that took place. But Ryan said, right? Enough said.
Enough said.
Ryan DeHoop, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Good. Man.
Good.
Yeah.
Luis Alfaro is the co-host on this wild ride, and
Sweet.
in addition to it, we have David Colby. That's the other co-host. So, like I said,
how's it going,
we're
guys?
waiting for Mike Espinosa to get in here. But David, how are you doing?
Good. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay.
So we're talking to Mr. Ryan Adam DeHoop. You dropped the
correct.
Adam not too long ago. You
I
dropped
did.
the
I
Adam
made that
bomb.
change.
Right.
I made that change.
You know, how's the solar panel cleaning been going for you?
It's going great. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, we started doing this maybe 2.5 years ago with your group and following the information. I remember you calling me, and hey, what's going on with your cheap prices and everything, man? I got people calling me saying that, word in the streets is in the IE that, you got these low prices. And I remember talking with you and you gave me all those, little piece of tidbits and words of wisdom. And,
Nice.
that's why I always say it now is that we need to keep sharing that and continuing that on, So I do like to stay on the lower end and enjoy getting the volume of clients. But I've definitely picked up my pricing and, moved forward, and that's always been a blessing in disguise too. Is
Nice.
anything I hear from people, I try to turn it into a positive. We're not all perfect, so if I can learn something from all you guys, even being in this industry for 3 years, I'm gonna do it. So,
well, you're definitely making waves and inspiring a lot of people in the group too. So I appreciate that a lot. A lot of people are looking up to you, and that's awesome. I like to see that. I like to see that kind of stuff. You've grown a lot and learned a lot of stuff while the time that you've been cleaning. Now, before this, you were doing something else, and I don't think a lot of people know that at one point you weren't cleaning solar panels. You actually were doing it half and half and made the full jump.
Right.
How long have you been? What? I'm sorry. Let me re-ask that. What were you doing before this? Let the guys know. And when did you make that switch fully to solar panel cleaning?
Absolutely, yeah. So some of my background, I've been welding for about 15 years now. So I have a lot of fab experience. I went to school for that. I've been certified for flux and MIG welding. So I did a lot of that. I did a lot of warehouse, automotive stuff. Still never really found the niche, So got into union plumbing, went through union plumbing for 3 years, made excellent pay. You know, as an apprentice, I was making $1,000 a week, you know, and providing for my family with vacation checks, benefits. But I was also spending 2 hours on the road. You know, I'm driving to Long Beach in LA, you know, 110 miles every day. And I wasn't liking that. You know, I got 2 kids at home. I'd rather spend my time with them and make less money if that was the case. So,
Right.
yeah. It was a funny story. Well, not so funny, but my dad was looking for a cleaner and he couldn't find anyone. And he said, "Hey, why don't you get on top of my garage and clean my panels?" I said, "Why not?" So, I took a bucket of soap up there with the mop and rinsed them down and got them all shiny, you know. Did it with a squeegee, the way that you don't want to necessarily do it. But and after that, I kind of just looked up and I was like, man, this is everywhere down here. We got it nonstop throughout the Inland Empire, Southern California, California in general. I mean, at that point, I was looking house to house, like solar panels there, solar panels there. Hey,
How's it going?
babe, solar panels. What's up?
How you guys doing? Sorry about that.
Great.
I'm out in Fontana. I got stuck out here.
There
I'm
we
sorry
go.
about that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
What's
live.
up, Mike?
I'm live from the truck right now.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm out
I'm
here.
trying to. There we go.
I'm out here tuning my my race car. So
Oh, really? I didn't even know you went out to go do that.
I didn't either until we were here.
Right on. Well, welcome to the party.
Awesome.
Um,
How's it going?
pretty good.
Good.
We were just talking with
Awesome.
Ryan. He was
I
telling
see
us about
Mr.
how
Mr.
he,
DeHoop. I see him there. I was listening
Hey,
in. I was
Mr. DeHoop.
backstage.
Mr.
Yeah.
DeHoop.
Mr.
Well,
DeHoop.
Ryan, it's been really exciting seeing you grow your business from creation to where you are right now, and I wish you nothing but the best.
I appreciate
Definitely,
that.
you're a big help in the group. I know a lot of the cleaners already look up to you, which is really awesome. So,
Get that
sir,
stuff.
keep on doing what you're doing because I definitely think it's awesome, man.
I will, and it keeps me in check. You know, the more I learn, the more I have to obviously, you know, teach what we want to do in the right ways. And so I'm not always going to have the right way. And like with David Colby, for instance, you know, he's gotten a lot of experience that I might not have. And when I can get something from him and continue sharing that, then I think that's the best way to go about this for everyone. So,
You know, there's a picture of David Colby on the Tucker website.
Tucker.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he's a famous cleaner. He's probably more famous than me at this point, I think.
Got me a
I'm not
free
that
plug.
famous.
Once you make it
Zero
on
cool
Tucker,
over there. Hey, look! Did you really make your handle Zero Cool?
Yeah.
Was that you? You didn't even know I was going to do crash override, did you?
No, not today. I didn't. You know, I crashed 1507 desktops.
That's right. That's well, you know, I'll tell you what. I'm a hacker. I've been a hacker for a very long time. There's Mike's beautiful car. If you don't know, he races cars.
540 horsepower on that little baby right there.
hey,
It is a badass. All right. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
You have a personal invite to come back anytime. We'd love to have you on here, and hopefully in the future here in our episodes, we can have you come on here for a full interview. Okay.
Right on. Sounds good. Exciting stuff,
Man,
guys.
keep up the
Take
good
care.
work.
All right. Thank you so
All right,
much, man. Take
Later.
care and have a good one.
For sure.
Guys, what is
Have a-
up? What's up? How's
Hey,
everybody doing?
apologize for being late.
No worries. I was as well. Like I said, I'm out here in Fontana.
Dude,
Fontana.
There's a lot of
It's
panels.
been I'll tell you what, it's been a crazy day. You know, I was walking neighborhoods. There's a lot of panels out there. Is there, you know, that's a little too far for us to drive out to go clean, huh, Mike?
Yeah, it was quite far. It was about an hour and 20 minutes. But there's a lot of farms out here. Not really something
Yeah. I know how you're.
treat those
Mike
like
likes to
carports.
clean. He
Not a
likes
fan.
those. No, he's not a fan. He's actually a fan of the one stories.
I like
Now,
the residentials.
well, Lewis, I'm gonna ask you about, because I know you clean it in California and in Hawaii, but David, me and you were just talking about how you have a little bit rough out there out in Florida, and I was looking into this because it was very very important to me. I started thinking about this and started going over this because we're blessed out here. Me and Mike are blessed out here in California.
Luckily.
We got people left and right, and I'm going to talk about that because today we had 0 appointments, and I went out and I
hence the
did
name.
some stuff.
I got
Yeah.
0 cool.
Yeah, I walked the streets, and I beat those neighborhoods. So I'll talk about that. But in the East Coast out there, it's kind of hard to find work, right?
Yeah, it is. You guys probably deal with the same thing we do here. I know California, I think you guys implemented something that if a house is like over 2,500 square feet, it has to have solar on it.
Yep.
I think so. Even all the new construction you guys have going, they have to have solar. So you get a neighborhood that's 2,500 plus square foot homes. The whole neighborhood that's a gold mine. Obviously, we don't have that here. And with the large amounts of rain, since we get our rainfalls a lot higher than your guys's, that's the big selling point to me for a lot of these solar installers is, telling people that it's maintenance free. But we know in life there's nothing maintenance free. There's nothing.
There's not.
Everything needs work and everything needs to be maintained. It's funny, today I was the first. I've been worth. We have iguanas down here, big ones. I mean, they can get up to 6 foot.
You've posted this
guy,
before, even a couple up on iguanas up on a roof under an array.
Yeah, that was nice.
Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Hell with that.
So I was down in Broward County today, and this guy's panels were coated in iguana crap.
Oh, wow.
I mean, from one side to the next, just completely coated. So yeah, that was
You guys
fun. I had to disinfect my brush.
You guys happen
Say
to
that
see
again?
I said, did you guys happen to see the picture that someone posted in the group today where it was like bird feathers and bird poop all over the panels?
No.
Crazy.
No, I'm gonna have to take a look at that right now. I've seen some nasty stuff, man. I'll tell you what, we have we did one job where it was maybe 25, 50 pounds. I don't know, 50 pounds of poop.
Yeah.
Remember that one job? Okay, but it's terrible. But
I felt like
I've
had
seen some guys post some nasty stuff.
Right after.
Definitely a H1 flu virus. Listen, there was this canopy type of thing that was a patio cover that was right underneath the solar panels, and it had a kind of a cover over that, and we put this plastic tarp over that because we weren't using the blower to blow all that out and all that bird shit and have us get like a disease and die. So we're spraying it from underneath there.
Horrible. There was
roof was terrible.
For the stuff.
Oh, it was so fucking bad. And then them down below.
Story straight up. You'd have to use a super ladder.
So it just dropped down, and then we sprayed it all out, and there was like all this bird poop that had just collected on this tarp, and with water too now. So it was just marinating, just fermenting, and we rolled it. It kind of like covered it up. I pulled on one side. We worked together, and it was now down at the other side, but it had slicked in between the cracks, of the wood slats, and was now too much bird shit underneath with water combined that I couldn't pull it up. So now Mike's looking at me. He's staring at me like, I'm not touching that. And I've got no other choice. I'm standing up on a ladder because I'm not going to stand underneath it. This was terrible. I took my hook knife and just Milwaukee hook knives, man. Now, these are the best knives ever. I swear on these. I cut it, and and it starts to go out, but the poop is so thick that it covers the hole that I just cut, and nothing's coming out. So now I just gotta stab this thing.
We'll post that video.
Oh,
yeah, well, I have
so
video.
nasty.
We'll put the video up on the podcast next week. Let people get a visual.
Yeah, it was really, really terrible.
Exciting.
Who's that one guy who does a lot of who does the most? I forget his name right now. I can't believe I can't remember his name. Bad retention, Mike. Who's the one guy who does the bird proofing the most? He's out here in California.
I follow. His name's Todd the Birdman. He's actually a pretty cool guy. I follow him on.
The Birdman.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of his company, but yeah, he's out in Cali. He's out with you guys.
Yeah, there's a couple guys out here, and there's one guy in particular who posts just like the nastiest stuff, dude. And I'm like, I don't know where he lives. Like we have pigeons and sometimes bigger birds that are just attacking panels, but this guy he lives somewhere where literally the
Yeah,
panels are just
pterodactyl.
being just attacked. So iguana poop. That doesn't require anything kind of special. You're just using your brush and water, right?
Yeah, nothing more than that. They eat more. It's like they're a vegetarian, so it's not like the poop is thick. It's got a lot of high fiber diet.
Oh, man, that's the last thing I want to do is run into an iguana while cleaning solar panels, and it runs from underneath the solar panels. Forget about that. I've seen a lot of things. Owls drop rabbits out here, drop rabbits from the sky, and drop them onto the solar panels. We see that a lot, and there's a lot of broken panels. It's really crazy, really crazy. I could say this. I can say this, and I'll probably say a little bit more in this episode here. But if you clean solar panels, you don't just clean solar panels. It's rare that you just clean solar panels. There's a lot of other things that you do. I'm looking for this picture that you said that someone posted today. Who posted it? What was posted today, Mike?
It was a picture. I'm not exactly sure who posted it, but you could tell. I mean, there's feathers all over the panels, even.
Let's see here. Let me change this to recent post. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, it was one.
While I'm pulling this up, someone said couple different things. Facebook user, and I gotta fix this too. I'm not sure why this is because we connect with StreamYard, but it's basically why I stopped doing bird jobs. I've done a job with 10 plus trash bags full of poop. One day about 16 panels. Whoa! Can you imagine having that much amount of hey, you guys want to see something that's taking place right now? This is pretty cool. One thing that I don't just do is, can I flip this around? Oh no, I guess I cannot flip this around. Mike, they're doing the gutter cleaning over here.
That's basically why I stopped doing bird jobs. I've done a job with 10 plus trash bags full of poop. One job, about 16 panels. Wow. What's going on over there, Chris?
Well, first off, they're doing the gutter cleaning. Second off,
in our apartments.
Yes, in our apartments. If you don't know, California is super expensive. Living in an apartment costs $2,300 a month. Yes, that is the reality of California. But we have a shitload of panels. Yay! 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I hate California sometimes. What's taking place is they're doing the gutters, something that me and Mike like to do. They're blowing it off like crazy because there's a shitload of pine needles that are just dropping all over the place from pine trees. So
Worst tree to have in a complex.
yeah. So it's great. And also our neighbor next door to you is down there screaming at the people on the roof. So we have some crazy neighbors.
She's a little upset.
She's a little upset. So
I had the police were there last night.
Were they really?
They were.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Well,
the best part of having neighbors living so close to you is when they fight, argue a lot, and the police get called. That is the best part. And I'll tell you what, I didn't call the police. Mike didn't call the police.
No.
He lives
that's the crazy thing. I mean, it's a great story. Let me break it down. So
by all means,
Benji's dog runs out. He chases the dog. He hurts his leg. He goes to the hospital. The ambulance comes and picks up our neighbor yesterday. He gets to the hospital, calls the police on his wife, and says that she's going to kill herself. Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. You know I was out there getting my First Amendment audit on.
Always. These are the best situations. Anybody ever had to deal with the police? Any of you guys have to deal with the police while doing a job? No,
I thought I've had to deal with the city a few times, but it wasn't.
I haven't had the police called on me or anything like that, and I don't know why anybody would call the police. But one time I did have something happen to me that really sucked. It was recently, and Mike wasn't with me, which kind of screwed me over. But I was this was the one where the old man tried to get up on the ladder. So I'm doing this job. It's a 1-story. I'm just chilling, doing my thing, minding my own business. And this old man starts yelling at me, "Get off that roof! Get off that roof!" And I'm like, "Excuse me?"
We actually
And
went back to that roof, remember?
we did. We actually got a power washing job out of that. So we got, that really worked out. But the guy is like trying to get up on my ladder, and I'm now freaking out because the man is like 90 years old. He's crawling up my ladder, and I'm walking over there. And as I get close to him, luckily the neighbor walked out, or excuse me, the customer had walked out of their home and was like, "Hey, hey, hey," and pulled him off of the ladder. But the guy thought that I was trying to break into his neighbor's home, I guess through the roof. He thought I was going to just drop in through the roof. So that is some crazy shit right there. We deal with a lot of crazy
Just like
individuals.
Santa Claus.
Now, Lewis, you clean in California and in Hawaii. 2 places.
What do you run
Did
into
you know that, David?
as far as
I didn't know that.
panels?
Yeah. Yeah, because we know what you deal with out here in California, because you're out here in Southern California with us. But
Well,
how are
out
the
here
panels out
in-
in
out here
Hawaii?
Camp out.
They're pretty bad if you're like close to a volcano or higher ground where you don't get a
Is
lot
there
of sun. You deal with
volcanoes?
mildew.
Oh, mildew.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
mildew and ivy covers all the panels. It's more harder to scrub it off to clean them. Normally, like let's say if someone has 10 panels, over here it will take less than 20 minutes. Over there it will take about 2 hours.
2 hours?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
not easy.
crazy.
Yeah.
And that's just because it's just the solar panels are coated with mildew. Hey, so let me ask you this. Like, if I get my solar panels clean like 6 months later, they're going to be coated with mildew. How often are people getting their solar panels cleaned out in Hawaii?
Our geographical area right now is showing that ever since we clean our customers, we follow up every 3 months to ensure that there's no mildew. So far, in northern of the island, mildew is growing a little bit more faster than the eastern of the island. So, northern of the island, we do every 6 months, and every other geographical area of the island, we do once a year.
So let me ask you why I'm asking these questions, because what I was thinking about last week is my pricing, and I was up on a rooftop, and a customer had asked me to give them a quote for their next door neighbor because they want to go ahead. And although remember this, for
Yeah.
couple of years now, I've been staring at this house as I'm cleaning the house next door. I've been staring at theirs, and I'm like, man, their solar panels are so dirty. And I quoted them 185. Okay, there's 18 panels, and our bracket pricing lands them at $185. Well, I was like, it's funny because I can't believe people charge $10 a panel, $15 a panel. Well, at the rate that we charge at that price at the bracket for them, they happen to fall in a rate that was $10.27. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was $10.27. Now in the bracket, if you have 18
18 to 25.
panels, it's 18 to 25.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's 185. So these people pay, if you have 18, $10.27. Where at the other end, if you have 25 panels, you pay $7.41 per panel. So I can't believe, guys, this is the truth. I've never really put too much thought or concern into my pricing. But so now I started to think about this a little bit more about David Colby's area, because I do say location dictates everything, and I believe that. And Lewis and where he cleans, because he had told me that he's been cleaning has a lot of algae and mildew and a heavier element sitting on solar panels. So how does this affect pricing? David, your price, if I could ask you, how much do you charge per panel?
So right now, I mean, I guess you go with the industry standard. You can Google it, and it'll say $3 to $10 a panel. But so I started basing mine when I initially started. My price was a little low. I was probably at like $3, $4 a panel. I feel as though that was low. So my first 10 customers, I keep them locked in, and they stay at that rate. So they all stay at $4 a panel. Anybody
The recurring
who's
customer.
yeah.
Yes.
And my first 10 customers, the first 10 people who hired me when I started my job, they stay at that rate. I also discount military, firemen, police, teachers, nurses, and stuff like that. So I'm in Palm Beach County, and Palm Beach County is pretty big. It's actually the biggest county east of the Mason-Dixon. So I charge about $5 a panel, and I actually just upped to $6 in my county. Now the county below me is Broward. I charge $8 per panel, and if I go to Miami-Dade, that's going to be $10. That's $10 a panel, but
Wow.
I don't like going down there, so I haven't charged it. Now anybody who has solar panels on a 2-story roof, every panel that's on that second story is $10. Plain and simple. I don't care.
I was going to ask you that question. Do you price differently from 1 story
Right.
to 2 story? You answered
Now,
that.
I price differently for shingle roof, for barrel tile roof, and for we got a lot of metal roofs here in Florida too.
Really?
So
I hate metal roofs.
yeah.
So let me throw some variables in there because I know what Lewis charges per panel, which is in the price in Hawaii, which is almost crazy. But let me throw some variables in here.
Well, Hawaii is expensive. It's like $10.
Robert
you guys
Vargas and Jesus Medianos. Hey, first off, Jesus, do I pronounce your name correctly? I always feel like I get that incorrect. Jesus Medianos. Do I get that correct?
Yeah, that's pretty close.
That's close enough. Okay, good. I feel
Yeah,
good
close
about
enough.
that. All right, so Jesus is up in Visalia, and Robert, you're in California. Whereabouts in California are you?
I mean,
He just froze.
Corona.
Oh, you're in Corona. Okay, and I'm sorry. How much was that per panel that you guys are charging?
In Corona.
Robert's. Now I can't. You got a
Hello?
little bit of we got a little bit of a glitch with you, Robert.
Hang on.
Okay, Robert's gonna figure that out. I'm gonna have him I'm gonna send him a message so he can get that. You got a little bit of a glitch on yours. We'll see if we can bring you back here in a second. So, Jesus, up where you're at, we're talking about per panel prices. All right, and basically what's taking place here is David is over in Florida, and he has quite a few different variables. But then also what's taking place is that over in the East, they don't have as many solar panel customers available to them as we do. Like out here in California, a new house is put up, they have to have solar panels. So we get a lot of residentials. Like someone like you do a lot of farms. There's a lot more farms over on the West Coast than there are on the East Coast. So can I ask you if it's okay for your residential? Could you tell us how much you're charging per panel?
$4.
$4 per panel for residential. Okay. And Robert, you're back with us. Like we're talking about per panel prices and how location dictates everything. Again, I'm sorry. Did you say you charge $7 per panel, or how much did you say you charge per panel?
It roughly breaks down. Can you hear me?
Can perfectly.
Okay, cool. It roughly breaks down between like $7 and $9 per panel. I was doing $8 across the board, regardless of single story, 2-story, or anything like that. But then I started coming across some customers out in like unincorporated like Riverside County area that had like 50 or 60 panels, where they were completely off the grid and they had Tesla solar walls. So for them, at $8 a panel, it got up into like the $500-$600 range per cleaning, and it really deterred them away from wanting me to come out multiple times throughout the year. So I had to kind of reconfigure my pricing. So I kind of do a bracketing, but then when I started doing just like a flat rate, it started working out really well. And then again, I ran into another obstacle where I got to a single story and I charged $175 for a single story. The single story had 45 panels, and it actually came down to a point where I think it was like less than $4 a panel when it came down to it. So I had to reconfigure some stuff. So I started doing single stories 175 up to 35 panels, and then every panel after that is $5 per panel.
See, now listen to this, Lewis. Out in Hawaii, how much do you charge per panel for your cleaning? Now, again, Robert and Jesus, you might find this interesting. Now, when we do a residential cleaning out here in California, now it takes us like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, hour at the most. And Lewis does clean out here. Lewis has a business out here in California and in Hawaii. Now, in Hawaii, that same job with the same amount of panels will take him about 2 hours because there's so much mold and algae on it. So because of this, in lieu of this factor, Lewis, how much do you charge per panel for your residential cleaning out in Hawaii?
$20 to $44
Per panel.
How much was that?
No, you heard that correctly. $20 to $44 per panel.
Oh shit!
Holy
Yeah,
shit,
but
that's right. Look
Like
at
I
his
said,
face.
it's $10 for
but-
a gallon of milk out there.
Yeah, exactly. It
Right.
also cost
Yeah.
it also cost you $700,000 just to buy a 2-bedroom condo out there.
So location really dictates
lucky
everything, man.
You buy
It really is. I think that the pricing thing is very, very important. Real quickly, if I could just say a shout out to somebody very important. Ryan Fuster, what's up, man? Thank you very much for always commenting on just about every single video that I put out there and liking it. I appreciate that big time, man. You got a personal invite to come on the show anytime you want. You're a cool guy. All right. Wanted to give that guy a shout out because he's a really good guy. The guy literally always comments on every one of my posts and my videos that I put up, and I really appreciate that. All right. Well, Robert, Jesus, I want to briefly, I asked you guys just to come on here for just a quick say what's up and chat with you. A lot of guys look up to you guys. Jesus, a lot of the guys in the group look up to you. So I wanted you to be able to come on here on the first episode and say what's up to them. Tell them a little bit about yourself, what you do, if you could, and why you clean solar panels.
Well, like I have told you before, I took a solar class on how to install solar about 11 years ago. While I was taking the class, we found out that there was nobody out here cleaning them. So when I graduated from the solar class, I also opened up my company. So we've been in business about 10 years now. And we started washing solar panels like everybody else with soap and everything. Right now, we have over 300 accounts that are monthly. And it just keeps growing every day. We get new customers. You know, our prices aren't as high as some of these other guys around here. When I started, there was nobody else doing it. So I got a little bit of a jump start on everybody. But I try to keep my prices low for the same reason that I have so many monthly customers. I live here in the valley where there's a lot of dirt, a lot of ashes right now with the fires. So by us keeping our prices low, we just stay busy. We do about 5 to 8 houses a day. On our slow days, we do 3, so
Yep.
I got 2 guys that work for me full time. I'm also an installer. I still install. I don't do anything really on the cleaning the panels anymore. My wife takes care of most of the appointments and all the booking, all that. And my kids are the ones who do all the work for the panel cleaning. I just do the installs for another company, and then I hand out business cards. Once I get them clean, I install it, and who better to clean it than the guy who installed it for you,
Right.
So
Yeah.
I have a lot of that. I
That's
run a
what
couple.
I'm afraid of.
I have a lot of companies. I have a lot of companies that I've known throughout the years. So we have a few solar companies. I got friends that work for other solar companies that worked with me before or have worked with me, and they still hand out my number when people ask them, well, once you guys finish installing, who do I call to have them clean? And they always give out my number. So that's a lot of where we're getting a lot of business from.
So no one just cleans solar panels. No one just cleans solar panels. There's so much that goes into dealing with solar panels. Maybe
Yeah,
Lewis,
we do
but
we do gutters, we do the bird proofing, um, roof cleaning. I
all
don't
that
do
good
the
stuff.
I don't do windows, and I don't do stuff like that. But
Right.
anything with the solar panels, I do the maintenance also,
Are
because
you
I know
do?
how to do the installs.
Let me ask you this: are you doing the thermal imaging inspections?
No,
I just
no,
I
I
just
just
started doing this recently, and I fucking love it.
I
I'm
have well I
crazy
have
about it.
we have a couple
What? So what does that?
commercial.
What does that do?
Well, go ahead, Jesus, and then I'll tell you. You're gonna love this because I'm gonna show you guys too. In fact,
Um, yeah, so we have a couple commercial accounts. We do a lot of agricultural accounts, which are ground mounts out in the packing houses. We have a lot of packing houses here in the valley. So we have a couple accounts where we go out there and there's about 3,000 to 5,000 panels, and
Wow.
we do a couple of those. Um, when I get out there, I do a lot of maintenance for them. I check check their power, make sure everything's working, check fuses, check wires, just do a physical, and then of course I got to charge for my time. And
right?
Only in National League Baseball will allow your pitcher.
Well,
so
Jesus,
Sorry.
like I said, thank you so much for joining us, and I definitely would like you to come back and join us again as another guest
yeah,
appearance on the show.
and then if anybody, like I've always said in the group, I've talked to Chris about it. He made me the moderator. What the hell did you make me?
Moderator,
Yeah, that. So, um,
it's the
if you
security of the
know,
group.
yeah, I'm the security. If you guys start talking shit, I'm the guy that deletes you.
Right. And there
Um,
was a guy who got kicked out recently. And hey, listen, he messages me and he's like, so I guess Jesus won't let me. He thinks your name is Jesus, by the way. That's the way he's messaging me. It's ridiculous. But I feel like he's saying to me, I guess Jesus is too good to let me back in the group. And I was like, hey, man, you're out of the group. That's the way it is. He tried to plead his case and didn't get back in the group. That's the way it is.
yeah, and
But
that's the thing, like the group. I think what I like about the group and what I've always liked about the group is that we're here to help each other. No matter how many years you have in the business, no matter
Yep.
how good you think you are, you're always going to learn something. And if you
Yeah.
have
right.
a different mentality than that, if you think you're better than everybody else, and you think your prices are better, and you think your service is better, I mean, you don't need, you probably don't need to be in the group. You should start your own group. But
Yeah,
we're
that's
here
how I
to
feel.
help. We're all here to help each other. There's a couple of guys, like Gabe from MVP.
Hmm.
I talked to him. I know there's Fickers Solar here in town too, and we I try to, they call me and ask me, hey, can you help me out with this, or hey, I need help with this, or whatever. I try to help them out the best I can. I don't. I've said it before. The sun shines for everybody. It
Hmm.
just depends on where you want to be. If you want to stand in the sun or you want to stand in the shade. Um, if you put into the work, you're gonna make it. If you don't put in any work, you just want to sit at home and expect everybody to call you.
It's not gonna
You're not,
happen.
it's not gonna happen.
It's
If
No.
you're
not
out
gonna
there,
happen.
if you're out there and you're hustling and you're pushing and you're going door to door, you're advertising on Facebook or you're advertising on whatever, you're out there putting the work. If you get up there and your company gets bigger than mine, hey, more power to you. I'm
Right.
not gonna hate on you. So we're here to help each other. If you guys ever, anybody in the group needs help with anything or whatever, if I can help, let me know. I'll try the best I can to give you guys the best advice I can.
Definitely.
Appreciate that.
Hey, Jesus, thank you so much. And like I said, man, we'll catch you on the show another time, okay?
Thanks,
All
we'll
right,
be
thank
right
you
back.
guys.
All right, man. Take care.
Come on, Jesus.
All right. Now, David, while David's taking a break real quickly, this is Mr. John Sears. Now, John Sears is another cleaner right up here in Southern California. John, how you doing?
What's going on, guys? Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me on.
Nice, nice. Thank you so much for joining us at this the first podcast. You know, we had another podcast which was outside of the cleaner's box. We were talking about that earlier, and the reason why we no longer do it. Basically, it just didn't work out with the other cleaners. One of them was a cleaner. He's in prison now. The other guy wasn't really a cleaner. It's a long story, but at any rate, Solar Panel Cleaning Friends now is the official podcast. John Sears cleans with
dope.
just like Jesus. He has a business that he runs with his wife, and him and his wife
Yes.
clean panels. And I know for a fact was even cleaning some. You know what? I'm sorry, John. There's at the beginning of this, you might have missed it. At least he's moving to plants. They're doing some gutter cleaning here, and I'm watching this guy on the patio right now, about to blow everything that dropped from the gutters. And my wife has a lot of plants out there, and I've got all this stuff, and I'm just kind of watching him move it around. It's kind of funny, but all right. Anyways,
Oh my God.
Mr. Sears, tell us
Yep.
about yourself, how you got into solar panel cleaning. And if actually, before I do that, because we lost Mr. Vargas, let me bring him back in here. All right, Robert. Hey, Mr. Vargas.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry.
Do you mind chilling out with us?
Yeah, what's going on?
All right, cool. So what we're going to do is John Sears is another cleaner. I've got the...
I can hear the pool.
They're blowing off the patio right now. It looks like he's going to be done. Listen, he didn't come in through here. They don't have a ladder. He literally climbed off of the roof onto the patio, and it's not anything I'm doing, but whatever. He's all over the place like Spider-Man. All right, well, real quickly, I'm gonna do a couple things here because I want to talk to both Robert and John Sears. But first, Mr. Sears, please tell us about yourself real quickly, and tell us about how you got into solar panel cleaning.
Yeah, for sure. So, we're located actually up the Bay Area, just south. We're like in San Jose, and I met another guy that was doing the same thing, and I was actually working dialysis. I worked for a big dialysis company, working on the dialysis machine. So I had a lot of water filtration experience and stuff ahead of that. And he just kept talking to us, and he's like, "Man, you guys should start your own gig." I started doing a little side work for him, and we took that leap, man, and went and started taking the steps necessary to get it rolling. And after about 6 months of doing both the full-time job and then cleaning panels on the side, we were doing windows and gutters and pretty much swooping on anything we could get. Took that leap just before COVID hit, and I quit my full-time job, and we've been hitting it full-time ever since, and just been growing and making it happen. It's been awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I got a little freeze on my computer all of a sudden. I'm not sure what happened. Hope you guys can hear me.
Yeah, you're loud and clear.
So you did some carports. I actually had mentioned you to a company, and they gave you some carports. How did the carport cleaning work out for you and your wife?
Pretty good. I mean, we have a contract with Santa Clara County. We do about 56. Well, actually, we've only done 22,000 out of the 56.
Nice.
But was it the spot up in like Newark?
I'm trying to think of the guy's name. What's the guy's name that doesn't return the phone calls?
Oh shit, I don't know.
I forget his name right now too. This guy never returns any phone calls. He doesn't return text messages whatsoever.
Oh shit.
He had all these like carport jobs, and for us, we were doing them for like trailer parks and stuff like that, and it was the craziest thing ever. But and it was always a hassle because there was The carports always had people parked underneath them. It was always
Oh,
an
dude.
issue like crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, all the carports we've done a few, quite a few, a couple different locations. When we do the county, we pretty much hit those on the weekends, and then, but so we were able to caution tape it off and make sure that there wasn't some cars. But we've done a couple where we had them sign off, and that way we weren't liable for anything. It's just like rain, you know what I'm saying? If it's gonna rain, you're
Right.
gonna get wet. It is what it is, But
Right.
yeah.
We still clean no matter what. In fact, even on the days it rains, we're still out there cleaning.
Well, that was today.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Mr. Vargas,
Yo.
how are you doing with the rain?
Surprisingly, pretty good. We had those rains here a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't have anything scheduled. I'm still working my regular job Monday through Friday, and I sell automotive equipment. So there's some days like today, like I worked from home, and I'm able to squeeze a job in the morning, before I log into my computer and do anything else that I got to do. So, I'll get everything prepared the night before. But those days that I had the rain, I had 3 jobs scheduled that day. It was on a Thursday. I had 1 in the morning and then 2 in the afternoon. That 1 in the morning canceled on me, or we rescheduled. But then the 2 in the afternoon, they stuck with it. And I mean, even literally an hour after it stopped raining, like I was able to still wipe my hand and show the customer, like, look, like your panels are still filthy.
Right.
Put my hand and showed them the picture, and I was like, it's a very common misconception that people believe that the rain will fully clean your panels, just like the rain will fully clean your car.
Right.
Yeah. So it had some customers a little skeptical, but again, once I was able just to show them, they were like, okay, in the future, I won't even hesitate to reschedule.
That's what's up. Hey, real quick, another analogy I like to use with my customers. I'll tell them, hey, so yeah, same with the rain, washing your car doesn't work. I go, try using mouthwash only for the next month. Tell me how your teeth feel after.
I'm saying
That's a good one.
that actually is a good one.
That is a very good one. So
Yeah.
But I mean, like you said, also, like, not everybody does just solar. I mean, everybody pretty much does not only do solar panels. I do rain gutters also. So
Yeah.
that has been keeping me busy. In fact, I don't know if you saw the WCR had those wedge rain gutter keeper things.
Yeah.
A woman that's my regular customer, she has me clean her panels once a month. And I clean her gutters a couple times a year. She actually got a gutter guard quote, and it was like $5,000.
Yeah.
But and so she declined it. But then I showed her. I said, "Hey, actually, you know what? The window cleaning resource, they just shared these. They just came out with these. Would you be interested in them?" And she's like, "Absolutely." So how much are they? And I was like, I can get them for $25 a set for 4. You have 8 spouts, so we'll do 4. We'll do 2 sets. And I can install them for $200.
Nice.
With the gutter cleaning also, gutter cleaning, and I'll install them. Everything, we'll do that for $200. And so that, stuff like that's been keeping me busy. We don't get too much rain here in California, so.
So check this out, guys. I gotta just found out that here's the deal is that my wife has this little Wi-Fi thing that we use when we go camping, and we connect it to the laptop, and that's the internet service that I've been using this whole time. And I was wondering to myself, I'm like, because it just started to freeze up, and I couldn't figure out. I'm like, I'm right in the front room. We've got the best internet service that I can get, and everything started to freeze up. Well, that's because I was connected to her little internet box, so I had to switch that over there real quick. So we're all good. It's kind of crazy about the rain and how customers are actually acting about the rain out here in California. Right now, I don't know about you guys, but we're getting a crap load of phone calls. Now, The thing about it is David Colby, because I see that little smile. David Colby is all the way on the other East Coast, and Yeah, he's over out in Florida, and it's really, really, really hard for him to find some customers because they don't have as many customers over there. So one of the things that I've been trying to do lately is try to find an answer or solution to that. So if anybody has any ideas or solutions, because it literally, there's got to be a way to go ahead and be profitable no matter where you are. There's got to be a way. There has to
Yeah,
be a way.
to say hitting on that. So I've been in business just over, I think, 2 years now, and I've slowly seen the phone calls that will start coming in. And I think I'd probably say about 3 to 5 years ago is probably in Florida, especially South Florida, where people really started hitting the solar or going solar, going that route. So I think people are starting to like look at their electric bill now and maybe like, oh, it's my bill's a little higher. Oh, let me look up there. Like the guy today, he said he went up there, his panels look dirty and they're covered in iguana crap. So he kind of called me out on the limb and found me on Google. And so I think things will pick up. It's just education. Jesus brought up a good point about, who better to clean your panels than the guy who installed them. And that, that for most of us, that'd be like, oh crap, like, we don't want that. But Jesus, I mean, obviously that guy, he knows so much about the business inside and out. I've had a lot of companies, I don't know if you guys have dealt with this, where I'll get a phone call and the guys will start asking me questions. And then about midway through the questioning, I stop them and I say, okay, well, what company do you work for? Because you don't want me to clean your solar panels. You're just trying to get my price sheet. So just be honest with me
Right.
and stuff like that. But I have had other companies reach out to me, and I'm talking to one company right now. He actually wants to upsell it as part of his solar sale.
Like a
So when
package.
so when he sells you the panels and they're installed, it comes with like a cleaning for the next 10 years. And so on that end is where
Yeah.
he called me to do the servicing or the maintenance. And I have a home generator just because we get hurricanes, I don't know, every other month. And with the home generator, they come and service my generator twice a year. And I kind of went through their sheet, like kind of how they did things. And I said that, this would work perfect for any solar company for their solar clients. They can make some money on the back end and they hire a company like me, just, 1099 my company. They come do the cleaning portion of it. They don't have to worry
Right.
about it. They send one of their guys out once a month, inspect the panels, walk around, grab them, make sure there's no loose nuts, the inverter's working, and then go on your way. So it's I think it'd definitely be
That's
a
beautiful.
win-win.
Yeah.
It really is. That's something that I'm trying to. A lot of cleaners are working different type of contracts or situations that can benefit them. And one of the things that I am going to somewhere. I know it seems like I am very random, and I am. If Mike was here, he'd let you know that I'm a very random individual when I talk. But here's the thing. I've had to make adjustments as well to my customers and how I keep my residential customers. I am doing the cleanings, and although I'm in California and there are a lot more potential customers and potential customers growing every single day because it is mandated that new solar panels, new homes have to have solar panels. But there are things that I did change. To answer your question, Robert, this right here is the FLIR one. This is what I
Oh.
use. It attaches. Let me go over here. It actually just attaches to my phone, and what I do is it goes right here on the bottom. It's really cool because I'm able to look at the solar panels and get a thermal image of them. So I could take a picture of these solar panels and I can see if there is a burnt cell, or basically find out if there's any kind of major failure beforehand, and I can show that to them. What I'm selling is this. You're never really selling solar panel cleaning or window cleaning or gutter cleaning or pressure washer or anything like that. You're selling customer service. You're selling an education, educating the customer of what's going on top of the roof because they don't normally go up there. I think is the best thing to go ahead and jump ahead of everybody else out there because anybody can go up there and clean a solar panel. As Seth Byers said in the Squeegee Life podcast this week, which, by the way, a clip was sent to me about 30 freaking times this week after they had their podcast. But he said anybody who just cleans solar panels is gay. That's apparently what he says. And that when people ask him to clean solar panels, he goes, "Well, I guess." Well, there's a lot more to it to the solar panels. They're not just sitting there installed. A lot of these customers have no clue what's going on with their solar panels whatsoever. So if you're able to go ahead and educate them on their solar panels, what's going on, not only the possibility of having a increased output efficiency, but also the fact that they are properly installed by doing the visual inspection, all this kind of stuff, making sure that there's no damage, no rust. It is very smart that Jesus was an installer and having that information. I implore every solar panel cleaner to go ahead and look into solar panels and how they're made and all that kind of, how they're installed, all that kind of beautiful stuff, because it's definitely very important. I don't know how long I went scraping solar panels before I actually found out that there is an anti-reflective coating. Like literally, there's plenty of times I could have put myself in some big, bad situations. So I've added this visual inspection, which I've been talking about forever. But now I got this thermal inspection thing now that I've added on top of it, and it's just a little bit more of just enticing the customer and making them super happy. That's what they want. They want to know what's going on with their solar panels. A lot of these people don't even know that they need to have solar panels cleaned. So let me ask you this, because I know, David, let me ask you this, because I know that out here in California, solar panel cleaning is not a hard sell, because most people know what's going on. In the East Coast, though, over on the other side, how easy is it to teach people about solar panel cleaning and the benefits of it?
So usually once I get the customer, and then that's when you can talk to them. They like to see when you walk over to their inverter. I think it was Enphase, because I had Enphase and two of my inverters on my house. Two of my inverters went out this summer, so now all the new Enphases don't have the monitor on the front, so you can actually see if you have 23 panels working. I kind of missed the feature, but when you start talking to them about their panels, the company that it is. If you even finding a couple of loose bolts and stuff like that, a crack, you see that there might be some damage. Like, hey, your wires have dropped. You might want to have the guys come back up and re-zip tie everything so they're not on the roof. And just educating the customer on what they have. A lot of times they're very appreciative of that. Just giving them kind of a bottom line and them learning a little bit about it helps. I think helps them out. I don't know if solar installers just aren't teaching them a lot when they're putting the solar on the house. Maybe it's not part of the sales thing. I don't know. But yeah, sometimes just even basic information. Yeah.
Do any of you guys have access to customers use portal?
Say that one more time. It didn't come through clear.
And I'm muted. I'm sorry, my mic is muted. Robert, you're a little frozen. I'm gonna take you off and then bring you back in. Give me 1 second here. Let me try this real quick.
Better?
Yeah, a little bit. Go ahead and try to ask that question one more time.
I'm jumping on and off of my Wi-Fi on my iPad. Can you guys? Am I good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Do any of you guys have access to your customers like portal, where it'll show their daily, weekly, monthly? Customers will send a screenshot to you like, "Oh my God, look at the difference from yesterday."
I have very few customers who are that involved into their solar. I probably have maybe the 50 customers I have, 3 of them were that involved with sending me screenshots of hey, look how much I produced, look at what your cleaning did, this and that. So yeah, only a few of them are very educated on it and stay up on their stuff daily.
Yeah, we have one gentleman. He lives in San Martin, which is south of 101, about 20 miles. And he lives right in the middle of a big old dirt, dusty field. And he tracks his like crazy. And we first started cleaning every 6 months with him. And he noticed he was losing 50% on his efficiency. Yeah, so he's now quarterly, and but yeah, I don't have access to it, but he's been really cool about sharing and showing me on his computer and stuff, and like it's pretty wild.
Yeah,
Well,
I've thought about having customers like give me access to like to monitor and just keep an eye on things for them. I have one woman who's she doesn't give me access, but she essentially will just like send me screenshots every week.
Mm-hmm.
Just to show me like, oh, hey, it's getting kind of low, we're like, maybe let's schedule, maybe a week earlier than normal, or like, oh, let's hold off on another week like that. I go out to her home every 3 months, so quarterly. And she's in Chino, and Chino is old Dairylands, and where
Stinky.
she lives, it like literally I could probably get away with cleaning her house every month, and it would
It's
still
crazy.
be filthy.
Yeah. No, we've got a couple customers like it's really, really crazy. Ronnie, HD Washman, for all of you who don't know that his real
up in the
name
high
is Ronnie.
desert.
Yeah, he said that selling solar is not that easy, and people just hose them down. Really, I see it all the time. And you know what?
Yeah.
He's not. Of course, I also have to say real quick. He also wanted me to talk about boobs. So
Talk about boobs.
It's Ronnie. He's a great guy. Ronnie actually came out and did a cleaning with me on a carport last year, I believe it was. Really good guy. About one of the best cleaners I know. He's a good one. This is true that there are a lot of people that just hose them down. There's a lot of people that just don't understand it, and it isn't always an easy sell. I like a lot of the different things, analogies that people tell people, potential
Mouthwash
customers.
is the best one.
That I always bet that mouthwash is really, really good. I like to say, I like to tell people that nobody really just eats off of a plate and puts a plate in the dishwasher. They like to rinse that plate off and then put it in the dishwasher. And that's why Rain never just cleans your solar panels.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a professional cleaner come out there and take care of them. All right, well, guys, we've been doing this for an hour now. This is pretty much the first episode. We're going to be doing this every single week at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It will be myself, Lewis, and David, and Mike Espinoza when he's not working on his vehicle. We had a down day today, so he wasn't with me. I actually went out today and walked some neighborhoods because we didn't have any appointments. So I went out and walked around and ended up doing a couple appointments, and he stayed home. So that was kind of an interesting off day. I don't know why I should have just stayed home. We go back to work tomorrow, but it sounded like the thing to do. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on this first episode. Robert, John, you guys are more than welcome to come back and join us anytime that you guys would like to. And John,
right on,
you're doing really good up there, you and your wife, and I love seeing your posts and your comments. So keep it up, all right?
Absolutely.
All right. Take care, John. And Mr.
Thanks, guys.
Vargas, hey, thank you so much for stopping by. You're an awesome guy. I like to see you cleaning. I like to see all your posts and stuff like that. So to see, from, when you first started the group to now, just the progression is really awesome. So keep it going, man. And again,
appreciate it.
You're welcome to come back on the group. And if you ever need anything, go ahead and hit me up.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely will.
All right, man.
Nice
Take
talking
it
to you,
easy.
buddy.
Guys, thank
I'm
you
on
so
shift
much for chilling out.
I'm on shift next Tuesday, so I probably won't be able to make the show. But
well,
I'll try to watch
okay.
it.
I got a revolving schedule for host, so we'll have different hosts on here. And next week we'll have somebody, a special guest, go ahead and take David's spot. David, Lewis, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It was really, really chill to go ahead and do this first episode. Was it fun? Was it fun at all?
Absolutely, yeah. Hey, do you care if I close out with a quick safety tip?
Oh my gosh!
Throw out there? No, it's
Yes,
cool.
you know
Sure,
what?
yeah.
I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and give David the time because he's got a safety tip and he's the safety guy. He's a fireman.
Yeah. So yeah, if a lot of people don't know my background, I've been a fireman for 20 years. I still am a fireman, captain of a truck company over here on the east coast of Florida. And so with a lot of the stuff I've seen on my job, being a fireman and stuff like that, I just kind of look at safety and a different aspect when I started the solar cleaning. But one big thing I see, and also because I'm a paramedic, is head injuries. A guy down the street who lives down the street from me owns a big pressure cleaning company, and one of his guys was up for a while, just took one step off the roof, just the wrong way, wasn't paying attention, fell, smacked his head. Other than that, was fine, but because he hit his head so bad, had a pretty severe concussion, head injury, and was out for a while. So, protecting our melon is just such a big thing. So this is what I use on every job. It's called let me see if I get this on here. Okay. This is a CMC helmet. It's lightweight.
Like it's
No
got your
thrills
logo on it and everything.
Yeah. I threw my stickers on there, and then also they have an attachment. This is called the sombrero. So since I'm a pasty white boy, this thing helps keep me keep the sun out of my away from me and stuff like that. But regardless, is even if you're not harnessed up, if you're not wearing a harness, really look into a helmet and a helmet system that's going to protect you, just in case you take that one misstep and you fall. A broken leg will heal, but I've seen head injuries where people just don't recover the way they were, and I see it more often than not. Another thing is, if you do buy a helmet, just make sure you have the chin strap, because it doesn't help if the chin strap ain't on it. So that's what
Definitely.
that was mine for the day. So,
And you got here, let's see, I'm trying to pull up here. There's a link too as well that David had sent me. I'm not able to pull up
if anybody
that
has a
link.
question, yeah, you can message me. I'll send you the link to it. In
Yeah.
total, I think you might be $150 in, but it's a tax write-off, and it's well worth the investment and putting it on. So
That's not bad. You know what? Actually, wouldn't mind getting a couple of those, and I got to be truthful. Seeing your logo on that looked pretty badass. So now I need to get one with my logo on it because it looks pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool, man. Anything you put your logo on, that's cool stuff right there.
And like I said, it's lightweight. It's maybe a pound and change. So I don't really notice it when I'm wearing it. So
Definitely worth it. I'll tell you what. And it blocks your head. We wear like big hat things because that sun is just a killer. It's really ridiculous.
no.
All right. Well, Lewis, how are you doing over there? You're on mute.
Yeah, can't hear you.
Yeah, you're on mute. No, that's okay. This works out. This is going to work out even better. We're going to let you in the show tonight, Lewis. You want to end the show? No, I'm just kidding. You don't get to end the show. We love Lewis. All right. Hey, guys, thank you so much. There you are.
No, there he
you
is.
are.
I'm back. Sorry, I don't know. No, I was saying just real quick on the safety. It's actually really smart. I myself, I don't really get to go out on the field too much. But last week I was actually doing a safety test with all the workers, and I dislocated my kneecap.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. You dislocated your knee. Yeah.
Well,
it's a dangerous job.
It is. Just because, okay, I did not want to take 2 steps off the ladder. I just put my foot on the roof, and instead of putting pressure on my right foot to jump, I put the pressure on my left foot, which made my kneecap pop out. And I had 2 choices. I was not harnessed at that time. Either let myself go and fall down the 1 story, or keep pushing, even though it's hurting, to land right on the roof. And, I was up there for a good hour. And I had 4 employees with me. And the homeowner was like, "You want me to call an ambulance?" I was like, "No, it's okay." She was really she was calling me nonstop. Like after I left, "Are you okay? You sure you're okay?" And I was like,
Mija, are you okay?
Yeah, I was like, "Look, man, do not worry. No one's gonna sue no one. That's what you're thinking."
That's it. That's it. She was afraid she was gonna get sued.
Yeah. I was like, do not worry about it. And I gave her a 25% discount on her cleaning after that because I felt so bad, And she was like, do you want me to call your boss? And then the employees were like, he is the boss. Like it was just funny because like I told her before we started, we're gonna go through some safety tips and lessons and all that. She was like, oh yeah, that's fine. And then for her to hear me scream was like, what the heck happened?
Right.
It just takes 1 second for an accident to happen.
It
Like
does.
I said, 20 years in the fire service, it's a daily occurrence. So it just takes one.
And for me,
does.
I got traumatized because
You do. I listen. Jesus' son fell through a. When next time we have him on here, I'm gonna have him tell this story. His son was up on a roof and fell through a. Wasn't a light fixture. It was a. You know how they have like the areas that are kind of like. I'm just not describing this the right way at all. Yeah, it's just like it's a skylight. Jeez, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Yeah, he fell through a skylight. Basically, I'm sorry, I'm retarded. He fell through a skylight and dropped all the way to the bottom of this warehouse and got pretty hurt. So yeah, it is a danger out there. Ronnie just said skylight as well. He also said eat your beans. So eat your beans. That actually might really help out with stuff. All right, well, guys. Until we meet next Tuesday, David won't be here. We'll give him a pass on that because he's a firefighter. He's an actual badass and a hero. So we'll give him a pass on that. We'll be back here next Tuesday at 3 p.m., 7 Eastern. And again, we'll be talking about solar panel cleaning. We'll have some new guests on. I have a special guest that's going to be coming on. Each week there will be people on here. You never know who's going to be coming onto the podcast with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we might even be giving some stuff away. Hopefully we have somebody on here. I mean, I won't. I'm broke. I live in California. But hopefully we'll have some guests on here that'll have something they can give away and you guys can benefit from that. So we'll see you again next week. It was very, very fun. Thank you so much for joining us, for me and for Mike. Guys, you want to go ahead and tell them goodbye?
Yep. Everyone have a good one.
You'll see you guys.
That's it. You guys have a good one. Take care.
All right.